I'm always reluctant to critique the age of COVID through the lens of consumerism, because it feels too much like a first world problem. But since most of us have been indoctrinated into shopping and commerce as a way of life, it seems appropriate to talk about because something is going on below the surface that is more sinister than what it appears to be. Over the past year, we've pointed out that the policies surrounding masks and social distancing taken by stores like Costco, Sprouts, Trader Joe's, and Whole Foods Market are corporate in nature, and that corporations are superseding law and human rights through corporate policy, which is fascism. In the past, in all corporate retail settings, employees were trained to think that they are shopkeepers and that customer service is important. At least it was until March 13th, 2020. At that point, customer service went out the window, and the idea of valued customers went with it. Employees are now trained to be guard dogs for the corporations and to believe that customers are no longer valued unless they follow the rules and policies of the store. Whole Foods Market, Costco, Sprouts, and Trader Joe's have been especially harsh with the mask and distancing policies, and they've relied on their retrained employees as well as their newly indoctrinated customers to enforce those policies through bullying, refusal of service, and intimidation. These are tactics that were used in Nazi Germany. After March 13th, 2020, Trader Joe's became extremely fascist seemingly overnight. Stories were pouring in about the change in the staff's behavior. It wasn't only witnessed by me, but everyone across the country. Before there was any such thing as a mask mandate by the governors, we went to shop at a Trader Joe's store in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and noticed that the staff and the customers were all masked up. We were disillusioned and confused by this transformation and bizarre behavior. We'd heard about forced social distancing policies and expected a line outside the store. But we were shocked when we were told that because we had brought our own bags, that we had to bag our items outside. Personally, I'm fine with bagging my own groceries myself inside the store. I've done it many times. But we were told we couldn't do that either. The checkers insisted that they bag the items themselves in paper bags, or that we can do it ourselves in our own bags outside. We take the bus a long distance to and from the store, so we use cloth bags because the paper ones just don't hold up. Outside, treated like pariahs with everyone looking on, we unhappily bagged our groceries. We didn't complain to the employees, nor to the manager, but we did have something to say.
Okay, remember the days when you used to be rewarded for bringing your own bag? Now you're punished. So if you don't bag your groceries, or you don't have your groceries bagged inside the grocery store in a bag that they provide, then you're punished and you're banished to come outside and have to bag your own groceries. So $75 worth of groceries, and we don't even get them bagged anymore. They don't even want to touch our unclean, infected bags.
And so did an employee who didn't like us complaining.
What if it's raining out? Then I'm getting,
Okay, well, if it's raining, we have this awning right here. I'm off the clock, so I'm not worried about it.
Well, we didn't ask you to comment either.
Yeah, but we didn't ask you to stand outside and comment on our policy. Do you know what's going on in the world right now?
I do, actually.
Yeah, we do, actually.
It's called fascism.
It's called fascism.
It's called fascism.
Are you serious?
Are you serious right now?
We haven't been back since. In our new model series videos, The Great Reset, Resetting Christmas, and our most recent video essay, 13 Amended, we talk about how shopping and gathering in public is going away because the places we gather and the places where we shop cost money to the corporations and cut into profits. And that's what we see as the reason these policies are enforced so fiercely by retail stores in particular. A new indoctrination is taking place. It's replacing an older model of consumerism, one where we go to a store and buy things ourselves. We are being retrained through brutal anti-life tactics. We're being told that we no longer have autonomy. We're being pushed into a system where we stay at home, order online, and have things delivered to us. Stores like Trader Joe's are ground zero for these policies because the people who shop there are the demographic that are embracing the mask more than anyone else. And the stores are using them to enforce their policies and indoctrination. This demographic of mostly liberal, educated, middle to upper middle class people who are also the denizens of the managerial class only make up about 10% of the population, but have more influence than any of us. But these people are also very fearful and have been for a long time. They're afraid of losing their positions, their houses, their cars, and influence. They're afraid of the poor and of the unhoused. You should never feel bad for these people. These people have imposed their fear on you. The power of the mask has given them more power and influence than they had before, and they've embraced it with zeal. And the stores, whose policies they now feel empowered to protect, are using them and their fear to change how corporate retail does business. These people who have embraced the mask and who help the stores protect their policies also have the means to embrace the new doctrine that will come after in-person shopping goes away and online shopping becomes the norm. Their collaboration with the corporations driving these changes create a bigger class divide. But what's even more problematic is what happens after online shopping morphs into something else, something the managerial class will be able to roll with. Eventually, items will be delivered to us without us ordering them ourselves. AI software and the Internet of Things will start predicting what we need based on what we usually buy and based on what we look at online or talk about on social media. The idea is that if we don't want or need these items, we can send them back. But unlike the managerial class, poor people don't have the time or the money to spend on sending things back they don't need, and so they will end up spending money they don't have on things they didn't order. With a lot less overhead, fewer employees, and charging people for things they don't need, the stores make more of a profit. So, the mask and social distancing policies are more than just pushing the COVID narrative, and they're more than attacking and punishing those who will not follow the rules. They're about re-education. They're about taking away your autonomy. They're about class war. And the stores like Trader Joe's are the front lines of that war. These fascist policies are retraining all of us, and they will further exploit and financialize the poor, who will end up paying the biggest cost, whether they follow the rules or not. Book of Hours are artists here to empower and embolden your response to the constant negative sound bites that attack your news and social media feeds. In order to continue making the video essays and art you've come to enjoy, we need your support. Make a one-time donation or become a patron. Thank you.